Architectural Builder Supply is pleased to present you with this recording of the technical question that is listed in the title of this video.
This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
One of your door push to release handles, I think I'm looking at part number, I think it's a Jackson 31-2085.
Okay.
And I wanted to see if you guys make that style of push to release, but panic hardware for an electric strike, with an electric strike, that we could release the locking mechanism from top to bottom, top and bottom.
The answer is no.
No. Okay. Alrighty then. Thank you so much for your help.
Do you want to talk about how you might solve that problem?
Sure, if you have a solution for me.
Lots of solutions.
Okay.
So you have to replace the exit device with something that you can incorporate electric latch retraction into. And, those items exist. It would be a different panic device. You could do either a concealed like you have now, or you could do something surface mounted, at which point you could certainly use an electric strike, although that would be rather inelegant to do that. I would stick with something on board, retracting those latches.
Yeah, because the problem that I'm having is that an electric strike won't work, because then I'll need to put one on the floor and one on the top, because it has the rod going to the door in the beginning of the tip of the door that latches on the top and latches on the bottom. So I need it to be in the push bar, so make it electronic. That way they push to release. They use the RFID. It releases the solenoid or the actuator, whatever you guys use on it, and then they can pull the door open, because or else if I pull the door, it's locked.
Yeah, that's exactly correct. I mean, an electric strike in the floor is, of course, a non-starter. So you would replace that. Jackson device that you have probably with like a Doramatic EL electric latch retraction model. They have concealed vertical rod. You would need a power supply. You'd need power transfer equipment.
We have everything there. We have everything there. We have the sensors. We have the power. We have the whole 9 yards there. The problem is that they replaced the door, but nobody realized that once you replace the door, you need it to be motorized for a latch. So they put these brand new doors in. I know it's the most stupidest thing in the world that somebody did, especially from the company. Company said no, he can't take it back. It was their fault because that's what they ordered. I know, that's what I was saying. I'm the guy that's installing the RFID only, but then I said, well, let me look and see if they make something, or else we're kind of SOL on everything.
No, you're not. Just, a couple of new devices. I don't know what, you already have you have line voltage coming. You don't already have a power supply.
I have a power supply. I have the 24-volt power supply or 12-volt power supply there. And I have the RFID reader. I have the sensor that releases it just in case of an emergency. It releases the latch before you get there. So I have everything in place because it had a door that was magnetic.
Let's talk about all of what you just said. So the power supply, how many amps is it?
I believe it's 5 amps.
Okay. You'll need at least 4. I've never heard of a 5-amp power supply, but I wouldn't say that I've seen every power supply that exists.
Yeah.
It'll definitely have to be 24 volt.
It is 24 volts.
Okay. You said you have a sensor. The reason you have a sensor is because you used to have magnetic locks. Why would you need a sensor now?
I wouldn't. It's
right.
just that the person that installed it had literally didn't see the system working, and he just said, okay, replace the doors, replace them. So that's what they did.
Throw the sensor out of the conversation, so you don't need that. All you need now is the 2 exit devices and then a means of power transfer from the wall to the door, either a hinge or an armored loop or some derivative of those. And,
Yes.
you know, it's easy stuff. You know, so you could also, you know, you might also reuse the magnetic locks and reuse the sensor. You'll have to have a push button within 60 inches of the opening. Then you
Yes.
could use a Rex bar, a touch sense bar, where it doesn't move. It just, as soon as you hit it with your hand, you touch it with your hand, it will open the circuit. It's just a micro switch, kind of normally open, normally closed, and common functionality is all it is. Lots of ways to skin this cat. You know, the hardware that I've just said to you, the 2 exit devices, you're about $2,000. Then the labor to yank off the old stuff and install the new stuff. That doesn't include any trim on the outside because you're going to need something. You'll probably want a rim cylinder and a pull handle. And I think you can make this happen.
Okay, great. Is there any way that you could send me a quote for the push bar, and then we have the hinges that would electrify the whole thing, or we have the armor cable that goes from point A to point B. We can put that in. That's not a problem. I just need literally the push bar to push and release.
Yeah, I'd be happy to send that to you. Please.
Architectural Builders Supply hopes you have enjoyed this program. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up. Please subscribe and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.